Good morning, masterminds. Welcome to another day in the life of a driving instructor. Yay. It's early. It's 6:40 a.m. on Friday, September 11th, 2020. Allow me to freshen up. This is what I'm like when I get woken up when September hasn't ended. Physically and mentally exhausted. I mean, I'm sure you can tell I'm stressed because I have acne on my face. I don't take showers the morning of a day I have work anymore, because I'd rather take a shower at the end of the day, end of my day, so that I can wash off any pathogens I may have contracted onto my body. But I may shower twice the first day of work I have in a given week, but most likely not. I'll shower the night before that day. But I'm loving the Dollar Shave Club products I bought for skincare, as well as the shower products. So nice to moisturize. I already applied the acne eraser and it dried, so this is fine. I do like the shower products. The scent I like least is sage and black pepper. I feel like a roast in the shower. And it's a toss-up of which scent I like most between amber and lavender and mint and cedarwood. They're both really good. I do like the citrus and Hawaiian ginger scent, but having Hawaiian in the name didn't save it from not being on the top spot. I wish the scent was stronger. So it's time for breakfast. This morning I can't have one of my favorite breakfast foods because I already finished the leftover pesto pasta I cooked on Tuesday. I always cook a pesto pasta on Tuesdays so that I can, eat it throughout the week when I have work. Yeah, I'll fry it up and it's so delicious when it's crispy. My other favorite breakfast is oatmeal. So, in my oatmeal, I use Quaker instant oatmeal. This variety box has apples and cinnamon flavor, maple and brown sugar flavor, and cinnamon and spice flavor. And all of these flavors go well with peanut butter and maple syrup. So I'm continuing on from that discovery I made with waffles, putting maple syrup and peanut butter on waffles. I now put maple syrup and peanut butter in my oatmeal. And it is fucking delicious. So I'll pour hot water on this just to cover it, and then I'll microwave the oatmeal, for about 30 seconds so that it gets nice and soft, gooey, warm, hot. I chose the maple and brown sugar flavor to reinforce the maple. Mix that in. Do try out this oatmeal. So savory and sweet. It wakes me up. Pardon the background birthday decorations. Yesterday was my brother-in-law's birthday. When my sister was in Canada earlier this year, she left in April, came back in, was it late July, early August? Yeah, she got engaged and then married. They married on my birthday, May 19th. And then, yeah, her husband came along with her when she returned. Good morning, Mia.
Oh, hi.
You can go. You ready for school? Your distance learning?
Yeah.
Mia sits in that chair right there and does her classes.
Smell.
Sorry, I know the peanut butter. You don't like it, you're allergic. You're nuts. You know, I forgot to add almond milk to my oatmeal. I have chocolate and vanilla. Damn it. Anyway, it's time to prepare my snack. Lunch. It's these, it's one bar of Nature Valley soft baked oatmeal squares. So one square. Banana bread and dark chocolate. Delicious.
Disgusting.
And then one fruit snack. This isn't always available because Mia rarely requests for fruit snacks to be bought. Should I just buy my own? If I have time during the day and I'm close by to either my grandparents' house or home here, then I'll come by and have lunch. Pesto pasta. But yeah, usually it's just the one square. And water. Speaking of water. Oh yeah. The container I drink out of is upstairs. I'll refill it, but this is my special bottle for Mia's face. Yeah, it's for Mia's face. In case you're wondering, I do enjoy my job as a driving instructor. A super majority of my students have made the job enjoyable. The students I liked teaching can be broken down into two groups. Good students and the best students. The good students are the ones that let me get through my lesson. That's most important. But they also ask questions. The greatest or best students do that and are receptive to fun conversation. For instance, I'll make the comment that it's okay to send me into the dashboard because I'm small and I won't hit it. During my second week of work, I had my first favorite student ever, and yeah, I had her all 3 days I worked, so we did all 3 lessons. I think it was on the last lesson that I told her to make a right turn onto a street called Speak. but I canceled that instruction. And when we passed that road, I said I misspoke. Yeah. I don't like the students that lack energy to operate the vehicle, don't provide a smooth ride after giving them multiple chances to correct X mistake, and what else? Don't listen, forcing me to repeat myself. There's probably more criteria, but that's all I can think of for now. Surprisingly, I don't mind so much when a student talks a lot about things I don't care about or things I don't need to know. Because if they're talking to help calm their nerves, then I'll listen to make the lesson progress easily. But it's still annoying. Mia was surprised when I told her that I positively reinforced my students, telling them phrases like, "Excellent, well done, good job." She expected me to be insulting them. I have not insulted a student, ever. Yet. But I have said, fuck, shit, in reaction to, you know, we're about to hit the curb or the island, or there's a car coming. You know, only in those dangerous situations I've said swears, curses. It's time I head to the driving school, so I'll see you there.
20 minutes later.
It's moist, foggy this morning, and smoky still. The sun looks orange, reddish. Oh, wrong pocket. And I'm sure up north it still looks like Mars. The sky is red, and perhaps even completely dark. 2 days ago, the sky here was a golden hue, orangish, amber. Well, my office today is a Ford Fiesta. So sad. I prefer the Hyundais we have because they have better handling. And I get to blast my music in the Hyundais. In these Fords that we have, these Ford Fiestas. For some reason, whenever I plug my phone into the USB port, the car never detects my phone. So, that sucks too. Yeah. The Hyundai Elantra and Hyundai, that one over there, the Accent, have better handling. I rank the 3 cars from best to worst. Hyundai Elantra, Hyundai Accent, Ford Fiesta. I need to get going, but I do have a lot more to share about my experiences working this job, so stay tuned.
Later.
So masterminds, 1 student down, 2 more to go today. The student that I just taught was on his 3rd lesson. In the previous driving instructor vlog I did not tell you what I teach on the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd lessons. So I'll take some time to tell you. I was trained to teach on the 1st lesson how to hold the wheel, the steering wheel, and do the hand over hand turning method. Hand over hand. What else? T intersections in a residential area, so teaching them how to yield, turning right and left. 4-way intersections, mainly teaching stop signs, right of way. And then stop lights, so unprotected left turns, protected left turns, and right turns at an island
and at a regular curb where you just focus on the light, the color. For the second lesson, I'm supposed to teach the bike lane, center left turn lane, lane changes using smog, signal, mirrors, over the shoulder, go, and backing up along a curb. For the third lesson, I'm supposed to simulate several drive tests because I'm provided these booklets, driving test criteria, sit in focus, driving test criteria. At the back of this booklet is a sample score sheet. So I get 2 uses out of this score sheet, sometimes 3 or 4, depending on how I write when the car is moving. Yeah. I was trained to teach the lessons that way. However, I find it important to teach on the first lesson about the bike lanes and what else? Smog for pulling into and pulling out of the curb. So that's the only changes I made. So those are my lesson plans. Additionally, if the student is on his or her first lesson and they can't drive to the closest practice area of mine, then I will drive us to that area. And if the student is very well experienced, then I may force them onto the freeway on the first lesson, but I reserve that for the second and or third lessons. Once the 3 lessons are finished, and the student doesn't have any payment due anymore, I will sign the, what's it called? The Certificate of Completion of Behind the Wheel Training. I just call it the yellow certificate that must be given to the DMV by the student. Also, when I got my first paycheck, I learned that I do get paid for travel time to students and back to the office at the end of my work shift. Nowadays, I don't have to report it on my time card because the company cars are GPS tracked. I get paid bi-weekly, in case you're wondering. By the way, do all Ford Fiestas have manual window rollers? I do not like that feature.
5 hours later.
Oh, masterminds, I am tired. But today was a good day of work. That's right. I'm gonna get Starbucks for my grandma and I. So I will see you at my grandparents' house, alright? Alright, Grandma.
Oh, thank you.
I've never seen anything like this.
Yay.
John Tripp left his home on Tuesday and his
Look at what I redeemed.
TV loaded in the back. Almost stayed up there.
Wow.
He's waiting
So
at
you
his
have
work lot
already
along Highway
how many?
162 in
This is
Canyon
my
Drive
second
to
redemption
Orlando
of a
to
400
get back to
point
his property. It's
or
just
a 400 star item.
I have water on two
So you can
sides.
redeem with 400 points anything up to $19.99.
Maybe it's not.
This was
Ken Corrigan
How many
managed to
points?
get back to his
$16.95.
earlier in the week, but
If you
now
would buy
he and
it.
his 2 dogs are on the wrong side
So
of the
400
road
points
and
you can
trying
redeem.
to pick up some stuff on the outside.
You want it?
Sure.
Yeah.
Law enforcement
Do you already have one?
crews are
No.
keeping people back because right now it's just not safe
No,
to
they're not
let
used
people
it.
up to their homes. There are too
When
many
you sit in your
hazards
car.
along the way. One of the main hazards, the power
Next time.
lines within the fire zone.
Yeah, I'll buy you a better
Still intact.
Christmas present. How about
We're
that?
here to stop and smoldering.
Well, Grandma, thank you for dinner.
You're welcome.
Shrimp tempura, rice, the Chinese food from last night, egg fuyang, and chow mein.
I still have sandwich. That's why it's all over the place. Look at the atmosphere.
You want me to have this egg foo young?
Go ahead.
You don't like egg foo young?
It looks like they make it small lang, so. Smaller.
Oh, it's a lot of chow mein.
Raymond, what's TV? Don't like it to sleep no more.
Yeah, I see why you don't like it. Very
Raymond,
dense.
because he will not sleep tonight.
Grandpa! Hi!
What's TV? There's even chicken.
That chow mein's good. Well, grandparents, thank you for your hospitality. I'll probably see you tomorrow. Yeah, I have more vlogging to do. And then I have work tomorrow.
You have what tomorrow?
Yeah. That's why I'm so tired, because last week I started my 4-day work weeks. With some exceptions, but most of the time I'm working 4 days per week. Next month in October I have my first 5-day week.
Oh, you start Tuesday?
Yeah, Tuesday to Saturday in October. But last month I worked Wednesday to Friday, WTF. 3 days per week.
Well, good. More money.
Yeah. Pay off debt.
More money for your pocket.
Alright, thank you.
Later that same evening.
So, masterminds, since my last work vlog, I've had notable experiences. I haven't been in an accident with a company car yet, so I've gone above and beyond my boss's request for me to not get into one within the first 3 weeks of me working. However, I have experienced a flat tire, but I didn't cause it. On August 12th, during my second week of work, I forgot to do an external check of the vehicle I was assigned. So, as I backed it out of the parking space, I noticed the car wobbling. And I was like, shit, that's a flat tire. So I pulled back into the parking space and went back inside the driving school office and asked for another vehicle. Yeah. 3 days later, on Saturday, August 15th, my brother taught me how to change a car tire. I asked him after that incident, and now I'm prepared for flat tires. 15 days ago, on August 27th, I had 2 firsts. I experienced for the first time a student canceling a lesson with me. She was busy with school, so yeah, I didn't get to earn money that I was expecting to earn that day. As of late, a lot of students have been canceling because of being busy with school. Yesterday and the day before that, my first of 3 students have canceled on me, so that's less earnings for my next paycheck. The next first happened right after that first. The cancellation. I walked back to my Hyundai Elantra. I tried to start it, but it wouldn't start because the car battery discharged. and I'm to blame for that because I didn't heed the warning of the vehicle that the car battery is discharging when I'm leaving the vehicle in accessory mode and using the electronics. So, what did I do? Luckily, that student's house is close by to the driving school I work at, so I walked to the driving school parking lot, went to Henry, got my car jump starter kit, walked back to the company car, and jumped it. And then I drove it around to charge it. And then I went back to the driving school parking lot and waited until my next lesson. I don't know why I didn't try to contact my next student to see if he could start the lesson earlier. Now I do that anytime I have like a long break because of a cancellation. I try to move up my schedule. Actually, my boss asked me if I'd like to have that lesson moved up. I agreed to that, but he never got back to me, so yeah, so I do it myself now, moving up my schedule if I have to. If I want to. And of course I want to, because I want to go home earlier. Anyway, the lesson I learned is to always bring my car jump starter kit with me to work. Yeah. And I do that ever since that incident. Before I move on to the next first notable experience I had, I should clarify the breaks I have between lessons. I always request a 45-minute break so that I have time to travel to the next student, eat a snack or snacks, drink water, piss in a bottle, and clean the car. Sometimes I still get scheduled a 15-minute break, but I don't complain about it because in that situation, I start the lesson before that break a bit early, so I buy myself the time for that break. And yeah, it all works out. I don't feel the need to complain to my bosses or the other office worker that handles scheduling, so I'm happy. Alright, moving on to the final notable experience since my last work vlog. 9 days ago, I experienced for the first time canceling a lesson on a student. I had to do that to this particular student because he was being a reckless driver. Within 10 minutes of driving, he made me uncomfortable. I gave him multiple chances to fix his mistakes, but he just couldn't do it. He was lacking energy. He seemed depressed. Probably because his parents wouldn't let him practice driving for 6 months. So, I told him, you know, in our 10 minutes together, you've demonstrated you're not ready to simulate a driving test. So I told him the lesson is over, I will take you home. And I'll never forget his reaction to that. He put his head in his hands and was like so defeated. Even on the drive back to his home, his apartment. I felt bad doing that to him, but you know, I'd rather still be alive. I talked to his dad once we got back to the apartment he lives at. when his dad approached me, he seemed like he wanted to beat my ass, but, you know, he heard me out. It's like, you can still take your kid out to practice driving, even though there's a pandemic. Just find the free time. Yeah, so... Anyway, to close out this vlog, I just want to say that I've been a fairly skilled and highly courteous driver, and ahead of the curve driver, since I started driving, but I've become a much better driver by being a driving instructor. I just have to live with the fact that this job has aggravated my road rage. Not to say that I road rage often or dangerously, but you know, the frequency of me road raging has increased a bit. Because, you know, I'm focused on improving, or, well, producing good drivers. And I just see, as I've always seen, how many bad fucking drivers there are. And it pisses me off. Oh god. I need to, breathe, learn how to be more patient and calm, and stick to a confounded reaction. Perhaps you guys would be interested in a compilation of me road raging, because I go to Gordon Ramsay level of verbal abuse, berating other drivers, so yeah, that'd be interesting to film that, but that would get demonetized. I'm sure I'm not alone in wondering how people got licensed to drive. You may think I'm a bad driver for having passed the California DMV drive test on my 3rd attempt. I failed the first time because the examiner grabbed the steering wheel. I was making an unprotected left turn, and he didn't think the car coming at us was far away enough. I failed the second time because it had to do with the windows fogging up, and I think me going over the point loss threshold. I don't think it was an instant fail, or that I got the critical driving error, the auxiliary equipment use one. But yeah, I thought I turned on the defrosters. I know I rolled down the windows a little bit to help unfog the windshield, but yeah, I failed that. But according to my original license, it was issued February 21st, 2013, and I started the license application on May 22nd, 2012. Yeah. What was I saying? The original thought sentence? Yeah, you may think I'm a bad driver for passing on my 3rd try, but look where I am now. My car insurance company gives me a good driver discount. I've been entrusted to teach a new generation of drivers. I haven't gotten into an accident with a company car or any personal vehicles I've ever driven. What else? It's hard to think. It's late and I'm tired. Well, I'm sure you can tell I'm a good driver because of my personality. I am very meticulous in my methods, and I like to be the best at everything I do. Or at least do the best. Give my all. at least rank high. Ahead of the curve. Yeah, anyway. I'm not going to work out tonight. I will do my fourth and final exercise routine tomorrow after work. It's not good to work out when you're tired and when it's late, right before you sleep. Anyway, I will see you masterminds on September 20th. Alright? Alright. Thank you very much for watching. Remember, be smart for your heart. Good night.